Hey everyone, welcome to the Rant Booth exclusively on A2D Radio. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Periscope, Twitch. You miss anything here on A2D Radio, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Don't miss anything. Download us wherever you get your podcasts, Spreaker, Spotify, Google Play, iHeartRadio, iTunes. As each and every week, we are brought to you by All Campus between 10th and 11th Street, right here on the boardwalk. We got some ranters. A little dreary day, but there's still activity out here. And even though the Eagles are not playing a football game today, unfortunately,
What a joke.
which is a joke, a total joke, but we're going to talk about it. They're going to play Tuesday at 7 o'clock, then go right back at it on Sunday. And by the way, look, I'm trying to word this in a way where I don't get attacked and don't sound like a full-on conspiracy theorist in terms of this
I was
virus.
just about to say that. There's no way of talking about this without being political.
So
there's just no way of doing it.
Let me just first say, COVID is real.
Yes.
It's a real sickness. People have it. People get sick. You lose your taste and smell. You get a runny nose. You get a fever. You get the whole thing. It's a real sickness, and people have died from it.
Yes.
So let's just get that out of the way, right? And then now we're going to break it down and talk about
how it relates to us and sports.
Us and sports and the game. Because obviously sports are secondary to people dying.
Yes.
I get that. But at the same time, there is no reason why asymptomatic players that are vaccinated should be prevented from doing their job, which that's what it is. Playing football is their job.
Yes.
So, and look, you move the game. Okay. I'm fine with that, but you can't. It is an unfair competitive advantage for these teams, the Eagles, the Browns, the Seahawks, the Washington team, to play on short rest.
Right.
Especially division games. Like me and Brad Ryer on the Sports Hounds, we've been absolutely blessed to have numerous high-profile guests on our program, both at A2D Radio and outside of A2D Radio. And everyone that we've had that is related to the NFC East says the NFC East, the rivalries, the emotion, the physicality of this division is second to none in the league.
I agree, totally.
So for you to have to play 3 division games in 13 days, I think that's 13 days. So in less
13
than 2
days,
weeks,
3 games, that's what the Eagles are going to have.
You're going to have 2 weeks to play 3 football games. That's ridiculous. That's obnoxious. That's not fair. And I know Washington is one of those, say you play Washington twice.
Boat. So they're in the same boat.
But it's their fault.
Listen, I can't put fault on anyone. I'm not playing the fault game. COVID happens, right? And to what you just said about the asymptomatic, the NFL just released a statement. I don't know if it was this morning or late last night about how they are changing the protocol. The protocol is completely changed now from what they just had 2 weeks ago. I believe it's now asymptomatic players are eligible to play even though they tested positive. All right. I don't know how they determine asymptomatic, how they don't. I don't know the legalities or the medical terms for that. All I know is if you don't have a runny nose and you don't have a headache or a fever, you can play, apparently. I guess that goes into effect next week. It doesn't go into effect this week, which I don't understand why they put a protocol out there that doesn't go into effect this week. I just don't understand what the NFL is doing. Pick a road, stay in it. And it just seems like they're jumping all over the place to appease outside influencers, Vegas, fan bases, all this other stuff. And it's just, I don't get it. I'm just lost.
Well, it's fear-mongering dictatorship tactics that the NFL in the off seasons, and I'm not for forfeits at all. But I don't want to hear anything about player safety anymore.
I have the statement right here, so I'm going to read it off. Fully vaccinated players and staff will be subject to targeting spot testing as directed by the NFL Chief Medical official. Such testing will include, without limitation, sample selection based on positioning group and staff cohorts. I don't know what all that means. I don't know what that means.
It doesn't mean anything because the NFL in the offseason, their word means nothing, is my thing.
Right.
So you fear-mongered your players into getting vaccinated because you threatened their pay, game checks,
right,
and you threatened forfeits.
And now you just got rid of all that. Now you just went back on all that word that you did. And
I
now
don't even understand those
why
sentences
get vaccinated?
You just read.
No, right. I don't get it. What does that mean?
Like the Eagles are going to play a football game on Tuesday. And like if you think these games got postponed because of player safety, you're out of your mind.
That's a joke.
You're out of your mind clueless.
No, because the player safety would be not to put the players in games 13 days apart, 3 games, 13. That's where the injuries are going to happen. Not with COVID. The injuries are going to happen with head injuries, pulled muscles, strained muscles. That's where the injuries are going to be. So the player safety is just out the door. No one cares about that.
Well, people can't. The NFL, Roger Goodell doesn't. That's the problem.
Well,
so I don't want to hear any
the
more
players'
about
union had to agree to this. The players' union had to agree to this new protocol. Right?
I guess. But like, I don't want to hear about it. These games got moved because of money.
100%.
Money.
100%.
Because now Fox LA and Fox Philadelphia, 2 top 5 markets, have Tuesday programming that they're going to charge advertising out the wazoo for. Yep. And now Vegas can set the lines for the games so people can bet on it.
Oh, they have another big day. Yeah, they have another big day on Tuesdays now.
So I don't want to hear anything about player safety. Now, getting to football, I'm really nervous about this game. And that's our poll question today. Are the Eagles going to win on Tuesday? Are they going to beat the Washington football team? I need to be talked off the ledge here because I see this as a stone loss. I see this as an absolute stone loss. The Washington football, all that sticks in my mind is the last time the Eagles played on Tuesday night was against Joe Webb and the Minnesota Vikings, and they got torched by Joe Webb. And it cost them a bye. They had to play the Packers on Wild Card Weekend with Michael Vick, and the rest is history.
You know what I'm afraid of, Rob, is what's already coming out, right? And you see it all over Twitter now. Darius Slay and other players are saying how unfair this is, right? It seems like it's taking away our focus from what's really important, and that's playing the game. Getting in there and focusing on the game. It seems like the players are now focusing on how we're being unfair, how we're being treated unfairly with the scheduling. And I don't blame them for saying that, but at the same time, I'm thinking, guys, we got to focus. We got a big game. We need to win.
This is where I need my head football coach to.
This is his first time in the trenches too.
This is his biggest game. Like if this game was being played in an hour or whatever it is, it would have been his biggest game of his life.
Right. But here we are throwing all this external stuff on his lap, and he needs to be in the locker room and in the meetings telling these guys, hey, we need to focus. Does he have the stroke? Does he have the player's ear when he says we need to focus that it's going to happen? That's my only concern. That's my big concern, is we're not focused.
And as uneasy as I felt about the football game, hearing you do your answer to the poll question, now I feel even worse.
No, 100%. You should be.
Tell us how you feel out there. Bryce Blackwell's in the house. He remembers Joe Webb. And, I don't know who's going to start at quarterback for the Washington football team.
Who's going to start for us? I mean,
Joe Webb might start the football game for Washington. I don't know.
Right.
Kyle Allen is in the protocol. Heineke's in the protocol. Heineke's also injured.
He's injured, right.
But he's also in the protocol. So I don't know who's even on their roster, who's going to...
And does this new protocol rule, does this go into effect for them?
No, because you can't... In my opinion...
There's already been games that have been played.
Right, that's why.
So are you doing an unfair justice to those teams?
Yes.
Okay.
So it starts next week.
Okay. All right.
But I really need Nick Sirianni to have a good game plan, and he's the key to the Eagles' success this week. I need my football
coach. The whole coaching staff.
Everyone.
Yeah, the whole coaching staff. This is a coaching game. You're right. This is the first time where I can say this is a coaching game. And it's not X's and O's, right?
Nope.
I don't think it's X's and O's. It's literally, can you get your team to focus? And that is the main job for a coach. is putting your players in the right frame of mind, in the right position to succeed. Well, let's see if he could do it.
Jonathan Davies, check us out on Facebook. 30 runs for Sanders.
Not going to happen, buddy.
Not going to happen, but
Not gonna
it's fun to say.
Yeah. If we run 30 times in the game as a team, we should be happy.
Well, I think the game plan is going to be dictated by who starts the football game at quarterback.
It's going to be dictated by who starts up in the front line for the Redskins. So, I mean, that's a daunting front line if they're all there. Right. Sure. Oh, Kyle Shermer is the quarterback that would be going right now. All right.
So if they're not going to have a quarterback anyway, why aren't we playing today? That's why the game got moved. That's why these games are getting moved.
No matter what,
because of the quarterback position.
No matter what, they were not eligible to come off Tuesday anyway. So yeah, why are we pushing it back?
So why are we being forced? The Eagles, who have done nothing, because all I go back to is, remember baseball? They did their bubble,
right?
And every time there was an outbreak, you peeled back the onion. I think it was the Marlins. You know, they went to a strip club, or I think the Cardinals went to a casino, and they all got COVID, and they So someone did something out of protocol.
Right. You're going to go back in the line and find out where it came from.
If you peel back the onion, which the NFL doesn't have the balls to do.
Yeah. You're right. It all comes down to
somebody
the money.
Did something wrong.
Yeah.
And so if they're not going to have a quarter, like Baker Mayfield, is he going to play on Monday now?
I don't think he's still eligible, right? I still think he's in protocol.
Look,
so
I just don't understand postponing game, and I'm not a forfeit guy. I don't want to forfeit.
No, you can't forfeit. I'm against that.
That's not.
I never thought that was a realistic thing. When they posted that in the beginning of the year, at no point did I think that was a reality of the NFL ever doing that.
They just fear-mongered their players into getting the vaccine.
I'm trying to stay out of the political side of it as much as possible. I just want to get into the why and how is it going to affect us, and what do we need to do as a team to kind of right the ship of us getting thrown 2 days before the game.
We need our football coach to grab hold of his locker room,
right?
Put together a game plan and get a victory.
How do you feel, as a fan, as a radio personality fan? How do you feel about Darius Slay going out and putting that on Twitter that he put out there?
What?
And then
which part?
The about how it's unfair, how he feels like it's unfair to them.
I mean, they all kind of did it. Fletcher was tweeting.
They all replied to his thing too. I mean, how do you feel about it?
As a fan, I don't know. It's Twitter. Everyone has social media. Everyone's trying to establish their brand. Everyone's trying to get noticed.
That's not establishing brand. To me, that is a player who is going outside of the box to complain about something he has no control over. That, as a fan, it throws up all kinds of red flags to me.
Absolutely. It goes into my overall nervousness for this football game on Tuesday.
Yeah.
I think the only thing that might save us meaning the Eagles, is that it's a home game.
It is a home game, right? So, yeah, our travel arrangements don't have to get changed. Our sleeping arrangements don't have to get changed, which is a good thing. Neither does Washington. It's not like they're traveling miles away here either. But yeah, that is definitely going to be a saving grace for us, hopefully, too.
Jonathan Davies, will Hurts be ready for Tuesday? I don't know. He's not in protocol. So if
he's not in practice, though, well, I guess he was limited.
But then I saw he took most of the reps towards the end of the week.
Was it live reps or was it walkthrough? I thought he was just doing the walkthrough. I didn't think he was taking live reps.
If he can go, Jalen Hurts is going to be a quarterback.
I would hope so. Yeah.
And I keep flip-flopping on who I want, Gardner Minshew or Jalen Hurts.
The whole fan base has been flip-flopping about that all week.
Because I can't really decide.
I mean, every single show that A2D's had this week, that's all it's been about.
I don't know. I don't know if Jalen Hurts has it in him. I feel like I've made my decision on Jalen Hurts. I know what he can do. I know what he can't do, and he's not a franchise quarterback. And I saw Gardner put good game film in a dumpster fire in Jacksonville. And
everyone has good game film.
Part of me wants to see what he's got. Maybe he's my franchise, not my franchise quarterback. Maybe he's my starter next year. I
I
don't know.
I just want to stop with the yo-yo. I literally I just listen. I came into this year saying I'm giving Jalen Hurts 17 games. No matter what, I'm never pulling him. I'm giving him 17 games. Here we are with a little twig dangled in front of us, a little treat put there with Gardner Minshew, and the fan base is just jumping all over it. That's not what I went into this year thinking. Everyone said we need to find out if Jalen Hurts is the guy. Give him the rest of the season. Give him the year. If he gets us into the playoffs, is he not the guy? I mean, if you pull him now, are you really okay with saying he's not the guy? I'm not. I'm not there yet. Let the man do it. He's gotten us to this point. He has gotten us to this point. Let's not kid ourselves. All right? Jalen Hurts has pulled this team to this point. Let the man finish.
So no part of you was intrigued by Gardner Minshew's performance against the New York Jets.
What intrigued you? What intrigued you? He threw what? I don't understand like what throw, what decision making did he make that was like, oh, he's a Hall of Famer.
Well,
Like
I didn't say it was a Hall. I didn't say it was a Hall of Famer.
I just don't understand. Like he didn't wow me.
Okay.
He didn't wow me.
So you didn't leave that Jets game wanting to see more of Gardner Minshew?
No.
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 Okay.
Do you not think Jalen Hurts could have did the same exact thing to the Jets? At no point do I think if Jalen Hurts is in this game, we lose.
No.
Okay.
You're right.
Right? So why are we getting all fired up about Gardner Minshew? Because it's the mustache? Are we just getting memorized by it?
There's no doubt that Gardner Minshew is a character and a likable
He's a polarizing
guy,
figure.
I get it.
Polarizing
figure.
Yep.
And that type of stuff excites the fan base.
Right.
Which I get.
I love the post game celebration with his dad. That was all awesome, guys. I love it. But
it's just real and authentic.
He is. But by no means do I think he's a better quarterback than Jalen Hurts. I'm not at that point to say that yet.
Okay. But like, what's going to change in 4 games? That's going to be like, do you think Jalen Hurts is a franchise quarterback?
No.
Okay, what's going to change in 4 games that's going to flip the switch and say, what has to happen in these 4 games? Because I said on the Sports Hounds last week, I need to see Jalen Hurts throw the football like he did against the Denver Broncos and run the ball like he did against the Saints in the same game.
I don't need to see that.
A complete game.
I don't need to see that. Guys, let's just take the models of other teams, right? We just had one last night. Carson Wentz threw 5 completed passes, and they dominated. Honestly, they dominated, except for the last quarter. They completely dominated the game with him completing 5 passes. The week prior, New England dominated with only 3 thrown passes. All right? It's let's take models from other teams. Like, we're in the position where, yes, we don't have a strong arm quarterback. Yes, we don't have a franchise quarterback. But, yes, we have a quarterback who's not going to turn the ball over. Let's ride with that. Let's build around that. And Nick Sirianni has changed from the beginning of the year. He's completely changed to what Jalen Hurts is and has put him in a pretty darn good situation to win games, to get us into this where we are talking playoffs. Let's ride with this, guys. Yeah, number 1 team in rushing. Look, let's do it. Why are we trying to change the game plan again to be able to throw the ball 40 times? Let's stop with that.
Because that's what our coach wants to do at the end of the day.
But he has proven that that doesn't need to be true now, right? Maybe that's what he wants to do, yes, but he doesn't need to do that. Yeah, I know that we got some this fly in here.
The stash reads Robert Gilchrist. The stash reads defense is better. Little nicer ball than Hurts. Hurts runs
Not
better.
denying that. Not denying that Minshew throws and has a better arm. Not denying it.
And Jake says Minshew reads the field better. He makes quicker decisions, which that's 1,000% true.
Okay. Right. It's been 1 game, and it was against the Jets. I'm not. I hold
What
no value to that.
what Jalen Hurts has shown me over whatever, what is it, 17, 18 games now,
Right.
that he does not make quick decisions with the football.
You're right.
He's late on throws consistently.
You're right,
And
but
you can't be in this league, especially when you don't have a strong arm, which Jalen Hurts doesn't.
I give you that. I hear you. All right. But he also is not throwing it late into turnovers.
Well, he did against the Giants, and that's
did
unacceptable.
One game.
It can be no games. It can be no games. You cannot turn the football over
And you think Gardner Minshew's that guy?
if you're a game manager.
You think Gardner Minshew's that guy? You're a joke. A joke if you really think that.
What guy?
A guy who's not going to turn the ball over. Gardner Minshew's going to make turnovers too.
Okay.
I am just baffled by how we want Gardner Minshew in.
I don't know who I want.
And then next year, this is what my fear is. Next year, are you signing him long term?
No.
Are you wasting money?
You don't have to sign either of these guys in the offseason.
Right.
Gardner Minshew is under contract.
So then we're going to go into 2 years from now and have no quarterback.
Yes, because we've talked about this almost every show down here on the Rant Booth. I want to use my draft capital and my salary capital to build the football team up first, and then go find my quarterback.
All right. Okay.
So, like, you have this notion in your head that, like, you got to pick one of these guys to give $100 million to. You don't have to.
All right.
You don't have to pay Jalen Hurts for 2 more years, 3 more years.
Finding a quarterback in the draft is not as easy as people think.
Well,
it's not
John,
as easy
we
as people
talked
think.
about it. We talk about that about how neither of us think that any of these quarterbacks are worth gambling a first-round draft choice on.
No. I get that. So so right now you are saying in 2 years our number one pick in 2 years is a quarterback. It's going to have to be. It's going to have to be because you're not paying Hurts and you're not paying Minshew.
I mean, there's other ways to get quarterbacks besides the draft, but yeah, I guess that's what I'm saying.
All right. I just hate it. I just hate it. I just
look, the fact that we're talking about a quarterback controversy in whatever week 16, week 15 is a problem.
It is a problem,
and it's fool's gold that the NFC is so weak in terms of the playoffs that we're even talking about like running the table, getting to 10 wins, 8 wins, 9-8, 10-7 to even be considered and getting in. Like I never thought that would be the case.
No, to me, it's us even discussing a quarterback controversy. That's the disgrace.
Yeah, if you have two,
to me, that's the disgrace.
Well, you had it's not our fault here on the Rant Booth. It's not our fault here on A2D Radio that the Philadelphia Eagles had a franchise quarterback in Carson Wentz and they traded him away.
No.
I mean, look at that trade.
If you want to go back to that, I'm 100% with you. Letting Carson, that whole debacle with him was an absolute mistake.
Now the Colts gave up a pick, which is they're a 5 seed in the AFC right now.
Potential to be the 1 seed.
They got a franchise quarterback for a pick in the 20s.
Yeah.
Great move, Howie.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about Jalen Hurts and Gardner Minshew, and I think we both agree that neither of those are like franchise,
not long-term answers.
They're Band-Aids.
And we're going into a draft capital year that we have where the quarterback class looks god-awful. And that stinks.
Right. And I think I read a mock draft late in the week. I think CBS does theirs release it every Friday or every Wednesday, whenever they do it. Like, they had the Falcons at 9 taking Pickett. No thanks.
I think Pickett's going to be a top 5 pick when it's all said and done. He's going to go in the top
Mitchell
5.
Mitchell Trubisky was, and Trey Lance was, and like Zach Wilson. Like
he's going to be the top quarterback gone.
and I think 9. Well, did you see they changed the rules because of that?
Right.
He fake slid.
Yeah,
and then he ran for a touchdown.
Yeah.
That's And then, I'm glad. Good for them for changing the rule because the NCAA, we do a whole 4-hour show about how the NCAA just totally sucks. But they saw that and they nipped that right in the bud.
Yeah.
So good for them for that. But I mean, and I think he's going to go higher than 9. One of these.
I think he's going top 5. He's a top 5.
Whichever one of these quarterbacks gets crowned as the top guy is
probably going to be Pickett.
Go in the top 5.
I think he's your number 3 pick. I think you have a clear 1 and 2, And then the number 3 pick is where it's going to be iffy. You're going to see every team try and move up to get their quarterback.
Ugh.
Yeah. And we're going to be there. We're going to be one of those people.
But, like, we talk about it, and, like, I think the key, especially in the first round, is you don't have to hit a grand slam. You just can't strike out looking.
That's not what's good for this fan base. That's not what this fan base wants. We want a grand slam every week. We're changing quarterbacks every week. We're out here just throwing it around. We don't care.
But, John, it'd be different. Like, we're not reinserting Patrick Mahomes into the lineup.
No, I get it. But we are reinserting our starting quarterback.
But don't you understand, John? If Jalen Hurts has had 17 games, 18 games, whatever he had, 3 this year and then whatever this year.
What's his splits? I don't even know his splits. What's his splits? Touchdowns to interceptions.
Touchdowns to interceptions?
Yeah. I don't have it off the top of my head.
I'll look it up in a second.
Yeah.
But
it's not bad. It's not, and his completion percentage has been on the rise.
I understand
every single week.
Don't you understand? First off, he runs around, he doesn't fumble. So good for him on that.
That's true too. Yes.
So good for him on that. That's a feather in his cap.
And that was something we had a problem with in the past with Carson too.
Yeah. Even though Carson always seemed to like fall on his own fumbles, or they wouldn't lose many of his fumbles.
He fumbled a lot.
But he fumbled a lot. Yes. But the reason he doesn't throw interceptions, John, is because he's a one read and go quarterback.
All right. Listen. I see all the flaws. I know all the flaws.
But what I don't understand.
Can we have some loyalty? That's all I want. Give me some loyalty.
There's no loyalty in sports.
Give me some loyalty.
Brian Dawkins played for the Broncos. There's no loyalty in sports. None.
What is it? This year? I thought it'd be better. So it's 13 touchdowns to 8 picks? Okay.
That's way too many interceptions for a game manager.
The interceptions are okay. It's a low touchdown total number. How many rushing touchdowns? Okay.
I bet you he's got double digits.
You think he's got 10 rushing?
Yeah, because that's their goal. That was their goal line offense when they didn't run the ball.
The interception number is fine to me. 8. I can live with 8. You give me under 10 in the season, I can live with this. That's fine. It's the low touchdown number. So
Tommy Arnone says it's not our fault that we traded away Carson. It's not.
No, you're right. It's definitely not. It's that. And if it was anything, 8 rushing touchdowns so far.
Robert Gilchrist, Carson is 23-6.
Touchdown to interception. Is that what he's saying?
I don't know if that's a win-loss record.
I think that's touchdowns and interceptions this year.
No, because he lost.
He threw his 6 last night, I believe.
He lost 9 games as a rookie. So yeah, it's a touchdown to interception ratio.
Right.
13 TDs, 8 picks.
And that's pretty
Robert
good.
Gilchrist, he's on the ball today, getting us our stats.
Ah, boy. Right. Yeah. So he's right. So touchdowns to interceptions, if you're looking at Jalen in a whole, is 21-8. I can live with that.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
So what's that? 8 rushing. I was reading some of the comments here. So he's got
8
rushing,
13 passing.
Okay.
Right. The passing ones are a little low, and a lot of that had to do with the way that we run the goal line offense in the beginning of the year, which was just atrocious.
Last thing I'm going to say before we get into some comments here,
all right,
is I don't understand why you're rushing to crown a guy as your quarterback for the next 8 years, 10 years, 12 years.
Because I do as much. Again, I say this every week. I feel like, but as much as I hated Jalen Hurts coming into this year, I have grown to accept what he is. And to me, what he is something that we can win with if we have a team around him. I think you can win with Jalen Hurts if you put a good team around him, a better defense, one more weapon, bolster the offensive line. Like, I think we can win with him.
I hear you.
So that's it. I don't need. Listen, would I love an Aaron Rodgers? Would I love a Russ? Of course. Don't get me wrong. I would love those guys, but they don't fall off a tree. And I'm not giving up the opportunity or the chance to build my team around it to get that guy. Because I think if you put a Aaron Rodgers on this team, I don't think we have that many more wins.
Completely agree.
right? I don't think we're better than Dallas still. I think we're still, behind Dallas,
Completely agree.
right? So that's my thinking on it. That's my theory on it. And I don't know. I think it's a lot better to just say, hey, I can live with this guy. He's not who I want, but he's who I can live with. Because it's hard to find the guy that I want. It's hard to find him. And unless you want another Carson Wentz debacle, which is what the road that we're heading down is another Carson Wentz debacle. Unless you want that again, let's say I want Jalen.
Well, the only reason that Carson Wentz was a debacle is because he's a franchise quarterback.
That's not true. That's not true. The only reason he was a debacle is because he had to look over his shoulder every week. He never had a week where he didn't have to look over his shoulder, where the team came out and said, hey, you're my guy. I've been begging for it. I've been begging for it, for Howie just to come out. They still have not done it and say, hey, if Jalen's healthy, he's our guy. Haven't heard it. Waiting for it. And that's the other thing, right? So now you're opening up. So the game got pushed to Tuesday, right? So let's say Tuesday morning when they go to test and they pop, they would have been good to play Sunday, but now Tuesday they're out. Are we rescheduling it again if we lose our quarterback? It's an absolute nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare that has no good answer to it.
Jake Friel, he sees Bailey Zapp from Western Kentucky shooting up draft boards.
Please stop. Please.
There's your first round pick.
I get it. He's
what's he got? 65
he's a talent.
Touchdowns.
Yeah, he's a talent, but he's got a golden arm.
There's your first pick of the three, because the Eagles after last night's game, the Eagles do officially have
three first round
picks.
Yes.
So there's one of them, Bailey Zoop or Zap or whatever.
If we take a quarterback in the first round, I'm jumping in the ocean.
Howie
I'm jumping in the ocean. I'm done.
Matt
Corral. Oh. Yeah. That's all right.
What are the chances we get Russ this offseason? Johnny, I like, he's an incredible talent, but you have to look around and look yourself in the mirror, look at your football team, look at the landscape of your franchise, your organization. Does adding just Russell Wilson this offseason make you a Super Bowl contender?
I'm for it. Listen, if you're saying I'm adding Russ for one first rounder, I'm in. Done.
That's not going to happen.
There it is, right? If it's going to cost me 3 first rounders, I'm not doing it.
Jamal Adams,
I'm not doing it.
Cost the Seattle. They gave up 2 first rounders for him.
Yeah, I'm just not. I'm not trading.
He's a safety.
I'm not giving 3 first rounders up. The only person I would consider it is Watkins. Like, if Deshaun is outside interference away, is able to play, I'm giving 3 first rounders for him. Yes. He's 25, 26. He's got
the age.
Right, exactly. The age, and he's not really injured. Like, he hasn't been injured. He's been pretty healthy. He's got 1 year off now, so he saves a little tread on the tire. I would go all in for him. But anyone else, probably not.
It seems like anyone who takes a year off, they come back, and then they're damaged goods.
Yeah.
Le'Veon Bell comes to mind.
Right.
Melvin Gordon didn't he take a year off? He turned out okay. So maybe I'm making too much of that.
A talent like him, I wouldn't worry about.
What if it's like a first from this year and a first from next year for Russell Wilson? But
I still wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I would do that. I think I would do that, because then I still have 2 first round picks. The problem is you're not going to be able to do anything in free agency, because
he's going to eat a lot
of money.
Yeah, he's going to eat a lot of cap. That's the other thing. All right, it's hard to say because he is an elite quarterback, but we built all this capital, all this free agent money. We built it to have this year to build our team around it, not to really splurge on one guy. That's how I want it to be, right? I have Jalen. I know I can live with Jalen. I have a good backup in Gardner. I know I can live there. I can stay away from the quarterback position, and I could really make this team a complete team next year. If you go out and get a Deshaun or a Russ or a Jimmy G or anyone like that, you're really depleting what you can do around the team.
And then Robert Gilchrist, a first, and Fletcher Cox. Why would Seattle do that?
Yeah, that makes no sense. Yeah.
Aging defensive tackle and a pick in the 20s.
That's a high cap
Wilson.
price too. Yeah. Yeah, that would make no sense. I mean, I would jump all over if I was Eagles, but yeah.
Just trying to be realistic and get our heads out of the clouds.
Right.
And Russ also has to waive a trade clause to come
to Philly, and apparently there's rumors out there that he's willing to do that. But I don't know what sources that is.
I guess he.
Taysom Hill's, yeah.
Yeah, irresponsible.
Yeah.
Irresponsible. You give a gadget guy $90 million. No thanks. Nope. Sean Payton, he must have naked pictures of Sean Payton or something. Sean Payton just oohs and ahs over this guy. He's not that great. And, I get it. He's a football player, but, he can't throw the ball at an elite level.
But I think –
and I get it. He can block and he can catch the ball, and I've seen him at tight end and H-back, and he can do a lot of things.
I think this is where the NFL is trending, though, too, right? Is we're adapting a little bit more of the college game to where I don't think coaches feel like they need that elite talent quarterback anymore, right? Give me a guy that I can scheme with. And coaches probably feel like they can make it work, right? Finding a Peyton Manning or a Drew Brees or a guy like that, it's hard to do, guys. They only come around once every 5 years. You don't find these guys all the time. Coaches are literally just saying, give me a guy that I can scheme with, and I'll make it work. That's what the NFL is coming to, right? You're going to start seeing a little bit more open run and gun, 5 wide, spread offenses. You're going to start seeing more and more of that.
Yeah, that's why and we talked about it, except for J.J. Arcega-Whiteside and Jalen Reagor, who both are stiffs.
Right.
All these receivers that come into the league, they kill it.
Right.
Because there's never been a time where college offensive principles have been so prevalent in the NFL.
100%. And I think it's only going to get worse and worse the more we go. I don't think that's ever coming back, right? The pocket quarterback per se is going away. The running quarterback is coming in.
If you statues like Joe Flacco, and Joe Flacco
dead.
had a great
career.
Matt Ryan,
yeah,
but
great
those
careers.
days are dead.
Yep, I agree.
Brady is like the exception because he's Brady.
Yeah, but Brady gets the ball out in 1 second.
Brady, I've never seen a quarterback that climbs the pocket like Tom Brady.
That's another one pressure. Too. Yeah, yep.
That's why the Giants were so successful in those Super Bowls, because they blitzed the A and B gaps, and when Tom Brady went to step up,
he got smacked. Yeah,
he got smacked.
Yeah. Right.
Did you see the video? There was a video online where it was a play action with Leonard Fournette. It was a Bucks. And it was a play fake, and he was going to throw it, and he told Leonard Fournette what the coverage was as he passed by him.
Oh, really?
The ball.
I did not see that.
I guess he called the coverage out so he would know what route to do or where to block.
You see in every interview that he gives, he says, "There's nothing I haven't seen. I could pick out everything. I've seen it all," and he's right. Those types of quarterbacks, I don't think they exist anymore. I don't think you're going to find them anymore.
Ted on YouTube says Flacco could move back in the day. No, he couldn't.
He wasn't horrible for a big guy, but he could never move.
He's a statue back there. But look, Aaron Rodgers is 38. I don't know when that highlight was from. That was from last week against the Bears.
He still can play. Yeah, he still can get out.
Around. Russ can play. If you're a statue back there, you ain't even getting a look.
Right.
From scouts.
No, it ain't going to happen anymore.
So Matt Ryan, Flacco, but even big.
Right.
Even Big Ben back in the day, he could scoot.
Yeah, he can move.
Yeah.
So anyway,
there was a comment earlier.
All right.
If we had Carson with this easy schedule, we would have a lot of wins. And I agree with that. I agree with
I
that.
agree. I think Carson.
Because if you don't pay, and sorry, I mean to cut you off,
No, you're good.
um, but if you have Carson as a franchise quarterback who can possibly elevate stinky receivers into being okay receivers, then in the draft you don't take Devontae Smith, you take your boy Parsons or my
Right,
boy
right,
Surtain.
right. I mean, and we've seen it, right? In 2017, we saw it when we were number one in rushing and had a top 5 defense. We saw what Carson Wentz was. He was the MVP. So if he was on this team where we're top in rushing and have a pretty decent defense, not good defense, but a pretty decent one, I think Carson Wentz would have succeeded really well, and he would have had a real weapon in Smith. Yeah. The what ifs. The what ifs.
Mike Marshall is my brother-in-law. He doesn't like Carson. He's a big-time Jalen Hurts guy. Wentz hasn't
Okay.
started a playoff game in 5 years. 57 passing yards last night.
Yeah. Right.
2017 was a long time ago.
I hear you.
I mean,
once
a statistical fact. He had 57 passing. He only threw the ball 12 times.
12 times. 5 completions.
So 5 completions, 57 yards.
And they dominated.
And, why would you not keep giving the ball to Jonathan Taylor? That kid's a beast.
170 man. Yards rushing. I mean, what'd you feed him? 30 times? He had 30 rushes, I think.
That's a damn good defense,
it's nuts. Too. That's a hell of a defense. Best offensive line in football, probably, too.
And Bill Belichick had 2 weeks to figure out how to stop Jonathan Taylor. And Bill Belichick couldn't do it.
Did you see the stats on that, too? Like, the way that he stops 1,000-yard rushers? Like, they don't do nothing against him.
Bill Belichick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bill Belichick is such a genius, and it's not because he's the smartest guy in the room. It's just he has so much common sense and logic.
He outworks people too. Like he lives. That too. He lives in the tape room.
Yeah.
Right. But he looked good in the fourth quarter though. Yeah.
But he normally he would be like, "Oh, okay, you want to be a running team with Jonathan Taylor? You can beat us any way you want except for Jonathan
Taylor. By your
Taylor.
best player." Yep. Yeah, he usually shuts down the best player, and that didn't happen yesterday.
They do that like that, and I love when they mic people up and the sounds.
And
I love all that stuff. Like when Chad Ochocinco back in his day.
Oh, I was great listening to him. He was great,
and he went to New England, and Bill Belichick came up doing warm-ups. It's like, yo, you're getting doubled all day. You might as well take the day. You might as well just take the day off because that offense, Carson Palmer and Andy Dalton. Yeah. I should say that with Andy Dalton for a little bit. But they were like, okay, you can throw to this guy, this guy, this guy. You can run the ball, but that guy's not beating you. And it's that's just common sense logic.
Yeah,
and he's been coaching forever,
right?
And he's seen everything, like Brady. He's seen every situation.
Been through it all.
Exactly what to do.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. The Giants. Yep.
So we got some stuff to talk about. So are the Eagles going to win on Tuesday? Getting back to our poll question, what do you think out there?
I like the Eagles.
I
like the Eagles. I don't know if I like them because I like them or I like them because of what Washington doesn't have. Washington, man, that's got to be a hard locker room to be in right now with everyone that's out. And if there really is a scandal of, hey, did these guys go out and really break the code of going out and contracting this at some club or some bar or whatever? That's got to be a mess in there right now.
Yeah, and you're a footballer, someone figured it out. So someone that was unvaccinated went out and got it.
And again, it's the winter time. It's the holiday season. Families probably coming in. You're staying indoors more. Of course, the numbers are going to go up, and you're going to be more susceptible to getting it and everything. I get all that. I don't know how it got contracted into that locker room or how it became so big spreading in that locker room, but somebody's going to have to answer to something probably.
No, they'll push under the rug and because they're getting their game on Tuesday and the Vegas can set the lines and the TV money will be there.
Yeah, everyone's happy.
Everyone's happy. There was no forfeit, so the players don't get docked the game check. So everyone's happy.
Right.
It's all going to work out. Except for
what's Jakey saying? That's a long one here.
Quick update: Andre Drummond and Sake Milton have entered health and safety protocol.
Awesome.
Sixers may not have 8 available players
Awesome.
tonight for tonight's game against the Pelicans, which could cause the game to be postponed. And then Sham said it, so he's like a legend.
Yeah.
So it's
So,
true.
so the NBA just did another update on their protocol, right? They have now allowed you to bring on more players onto your roster or your G League or whatever, D League, whatever it is, roster. Is that does that play into effect? Are we allowed to bring up guys now to play?
Maybe we can have Sam Cassell play.
I I don't understand all these new protocols because listen, this is all because of the new variants that's out in the virus, right? And it's very mild virus, but it's very
We should
contract.
We should just move on because I'm going to get triggered and I'm going to go off.
Well, I'm just trying to just figure out why the NFL changes their policy. Is every other league going to follow protocol and say asymptomatic guys like probably Drummond and Shake are they going to be able to play? Or is that NBA going to be strict and stay on this and just every single week just be decimated? First, I hate it because my fantasy team is just being torn apart. I go from having 33, 34 games a week to having 20. Yeah, it's killing my fantasy teams.
You can't win.
No. So
it makes it not fun.
It makes it not fun. That's where I'm going to. Is this is ruining it for me watching games. It really is.
I do applaud the NFL for adapting their policy so quickly.
So do I.
To at least make it seem like they care about their players, which
it's not caring about the players. It's new information that's come out about this new variants of this virus, and they are adapting to it. Kudos, congratulations, you're doing your job now. Finally.
But like even with I saw on the bottom line here, we got the TV on. Like the Rams just activated a bunch of players off the
practice
COVID
squad
list.
Oh, off the COVID?
Yeah, like Beckham. Beckham's going to be in.
Oh, they're cleared now.
Yeah, a handful of them.
Okay.
So
then they passed.
Why are we moving the games?
So they got their because some players aren't eligible to get the 2 tests, right? Like you have to have 20. You have to have 2 clear tests, and I don't know what's the time frame. Is it 24 hours apart from each test?
Right.
So it's at least 48 hours that you need to be cleared. So some of these players aren't going to be eligible for it. And like we were just saying here, Jeff's here, right? And he was saying, what happens this morning? You go in the locker room, you go in for your practice, you got to take a test, and you pop. Now you're out Tuesday, right? It's not fair to any of those teams.
I think a bigger concern would be after the Washington game, who's a petri dish right now.
And that's true too, right? Yeah.
Then you come in Friday or whatever, and you test, and now
you're out Sunday.
We're all hot.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Us playing Washington, are we more susceptible to getting more? And I'm butchering that word, sorry, but are we're getting more people testing positive?
What I just said triggered the adaptation in the policy, in my opinion.
And for what? I'm sorry.
So they made that policy,
right?
The adapted policy this morning, because to protect, so they don't have to move more games.
Oh, right, down the future.
If
okay.
If the Seahawks play the Rams, and now it's in Seattle's locker room because they play the Rams. That's.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. You're right. That maybe is covering their butts a little bit of forcing you to play against a team who has 20 some guys out on the COVID list. Now you're out Sunday. Yeah. Right.
Cryptolicious, IA2D, the Eagles rock with Professor of Passing, Dr. Minshew. Predict he climbs to 44 TDs, 11 INTs. That's his career numbers.
That's his career numbers.
He has 44 touchdowns, 11 interceptions.
Okay.
He had good games down there.
I mean, that's not bad numbers. Yeah, that's not bad numbers.
They just kind of threw him away because Urban Meyer, who's what a crumb.
Well, you had a chance to go get
Lawrence
too. I mean, I'm doing that.
By the way, I love the Jaguars today. Love them.
I can't love the Jaguars
Love
ever.
'em.
We'll get to that at the end of the show.
Yeah, love them. But we'll tease it. I like the Jaguars. That's one of my plays. I think Trevor Lawrence. I think Jaguars are rid of that loser Urban Meyer, and they're going to respond and play well. By the way, what do you think about the noise that Jacksonville should hire Doug Peterson?
I'm hearing about that. I mean, there's a lot of rumors out there who they're going to be getting. I think Dougie P would be a perfect fit for them.
Perfect fit.
I think it'd be a perfect fit for
Because,
them.
I mean, look, we had Doug for whatever, 4 or 5 years here.
Yeah.
Won a Super Bowl.
He's a quarterback coach, too.
He had a lot of flaws that made me frustrated.
Yeah.
And I didn't shed a tear when he got fired. But one thing he can absolutely do is take command of a locker room,
Right.
be a leader, lead grown men, and build a culture.
No, I agree. I think he would be a perfect guy for them.
If you're Jacksonville, like that's exactly what you need.
Yeah, you need to get that the PR look for them is not very good right now. So Dougie P would definitely help that.
That'd be interesting. I think it'd be a good hire. The other thing is Jake Friel. The other thing is that with players going home for the holiday, you could get a bunch of potential positive tests coming back to your facility.
Right. You never know who you're hanging out with. It's the holiday season. You're going to be with family. It's going to happen.
Horse 2 times. Check this out on YouTube. They're actually a Washington fan. The Washington fan here, I wish we would have forfeited. Going to be an ugly game. Eagles will destroy us. Too many of our key guys are out.
I'm kind of on the same lines as him. That's where I'm at. And to the poll question, I'm not in love with the Eagles this week. I'm in love with what Washington isn't. That's where I'm at.
Jonathan Davies. Comments are killing it today. They're really making me chuckle. Jonathan Davies, do you think Meyer kicked Minshew as well?
Kicked them out. That's what he definitely kicked them out.
For sure. Did he kick the kicker?
Oh, yeah. Like, apparently during warm-ups or something, he was stretching and just gave him a little boot. Yeah. Gave him a boot and said, don't miss or something today or kick it good or something. Yeah, he's got to get paid. Yeah, he gets whatever buyout that they agreed to.
What a thief.
That's Jacksonville's fault. That's Jacksonville's fault.
You're right. Sahad Khan.
Yeah. Oh, that guy's in everything.
He owns AEW.
Yeah, he owns the wrestling company. He owns a soccer club or something. He owns a lot of things.
And, like, I feel bad for him, but, like, you're spreading yourself too thin. Like, you need to live and breathe NFL if you want to have a successful franchise. And, like, I respect him a lot. He's clearly got a lot of money, and he's clearly a smart guy. But if you want Jacksonville
to succeed,
you got to have all your eggs in that basket.
Well, we got a guy, Jeffrey, whose eggs are all in Philadelphia basket, and we want him to get out of it. Get his hands out of the basket.
Yeah.
So maybe he is doing something right.
I don't think Khan meddles.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Maybe he should because they stink all the time.
Well,
but like Jeffrey meddles.
No one can win. You do too much, you're going to get blamed. You do too less, you're going to get blamed. As an owner,
you sign the checks.
Yeah,
that's how it works.
Yeah.
If all campus fails, they're not going to look at me.
Yeah,
they're going to look at you.
It's definitely a true statement.
Which all campus is never going to fail. We have so many cool hats. The cornhole. Playing cornhole out there, hat in hand, take 4 shots, up to 40% off. We got the beach. It's gotten a lot nicer.
We had our first guy get 40% off, by the way.
He went 4 for 4?
Hey, we have 4 for 4 guy, yeah. He says he plays in professional leagues and everything, yeah. Went for 4.
Did you put his picture on the wall? Tell him he can't come back?
I should. I should put it up on the register. Yeah. Don't let this guy play. He came in and got 4 hats.
An Old West.
40% off everything.
Old West.
Yeah.
Poster. Wanted.
You want to get into around Philadelphia? I mean, I'm getting a little excited about the Flyers a little bit here.
Yeah, it's
starting to look a little better.
It's a shame that they lost so many games in a row and are just kind of buried in the standings. But
yeah,
did they end up winning last night?
They did. Overtime win. Yeah,
it was. Wow, they won in overtime.
Yeah, Sanheim.
I feel like that never happens. Oh, I saw. Excuse me. I saw it. It was 2-2.
Right.
We had
a horrible beginning of second period. And then we were up 2-0 at the end of the first, and then horrible second period. But came back.
And Martin Jones played, right?
Yeah, Carter Hart's
Carter
out.
Hart's in protocol.
Yep.
And I don't know.
I don't think he's in protocol. I think he has a undefined illness, as they
non-COVID
say.
illness.
Yeah,
So he's sick. He's got the sniffies.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, look, I don't know. We'll look at the standings.
It's a tough division. The Metro is a tough division, and that's what it is.
Remember, I got that free bet, and I put it on $27 to win.
Right,
Flyers to win the cup, and then they lost 11 in a row right after I placed the bet.
No, I think the Flyers are looking good. I'm happy with the progress that they're making after having that 10-game skid. Come back strong, shows a little bit of grit. Fired the coach, made a little bit of adjustments, and they look like they're getting back into it. So I'm happy on that front. Going into the Sixers, I can't. I don't want to talk Sixers. If you want to talk a little bit of Sixers, that's on you. I'm ready to move on from them.
No, I'm just looking at the highs. So they got 29 points.
Flyers?
Yeah, 37 has Pittsburgh. Washington's got 42, 43, and 43 for Carolina.
So we're outside. We're definitely outside. How far out of the playoff spots are we?
So what is it, 2 wild cards?
Yeah.
3 and then 2?
Yeah.
So Pittsburgh will be a wild card. Detroit would be a wild card.
They're going to fall. They're going to fall.
So they're
playing good, though.
So they're 4 points behind Detroit.
Okay, so you're right there.
This isn't over
right
yet
there.
in Philadelphia in terms of the Flyers. And I knew they were going to pick it up because, that's kind of
they got a good team.
That happens in hockey, though. You can the coach, and everyone steps up.
Exactly.
More so than any other sport.
Yeah, we talked about that. That is true. In hockey, for whatever reason, in the locker room, if you fire the coach, the players take that as a complete insult to them, and they play a little bit harder. I don't know why that is in hockey compared to any other sport. It is the culture.
David Howard Zach hurts his numbers since he left. I mean, he's become an excellent pickup for the Arizona Cardinals.
He's been pretty
good. A nice safety blanket for Kyler Murray, a young quarterback. That was a really good trade by them. I don't have his numbers in front of me, but
he's been solid. He's been real solid there. Yeah.
So
and like you said, it gives them a security blanket that they didn't have.
Jonathan Davies, he's got the Giants beating Dallas by 3.
I mean, it's a possibility.
I hope the Giants lose 50-0 today. Did you see that nonsense that they're going to
the fan day
ticket holders that pay $8,000
Yep.
to watch a bad football team? You get a free
medium.
You can't even give them a large.
Free medium soda.
And it's not even Coke, it's Pepsi, which is trash.
Oh, come on. All the same. Yeah. That's a weird fan appreciation gift to give to your season ticket holders.
Now, if you went out and said, okay, here, it's Fan Appreciation Day, everyone gets a free soda. Okay, cool.
Right.
Because, it's all business scheme because, you get a soda and then you get a hot dog and then, there's the jersey store. Let's get a couple.
That's what,
all of a sudden,
if it's Fan Appreciation Day, throw me a jersey. Throw me. Yeah, right.
I mean, I can't speak to other stadiums because I've really only I went to Carolina once. That was fun.
Yeah.
And
Carolina's beautiful.
Charlotte, great city.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun there. I was at the one Sunday night game where Sproles dropped a crossing pattern.
I don't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, I mean, it was Cam.
Right.
Going in and Kuechly really just in his
when
prime,
he was the best middle linebacker, yeah.
Tackling everyone, and they had Thomas Davis too. They had a good football team. The Eagles came up a little short. It was during Nick Foles' 27-2 season with the chipster.
Right.
But that was a fun. They bang that drum and everyone gets.
That's a great place. Yeah.
Really
I lived down there for 2 years. Loved going there.
Where haven't you lived?
Yeah, I've been around the world.
But the Eagles, they're always giving stuff away. You walk in, you get a rally towel. You walk in, you get to your seat. There's a T-shirt on the seat. Yeah, they're always doing stuff.
The
Flyers, for all the fans.
Flyers, your season ticket holders, you get a package, right? You get the welcoming package. You get a signed puck. You get the schedule magnets. You get all that kind of stuff. It's pretty cool.
And not to mention, you get a free soda. and to watch a team that's won 5 games over the
To a
last
game
2
you probably
years.
don't even want to go to. Yeah, that's true.
Good,
Yeah,
really good point, right
right.
there. Really,
They're
really good
always
point.
having a game there at that stadium. Yeah,
And not to mention what they do extra
concert
during the
wise and stuff. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
come on, a free soda, give me a break. So, I think it's pretty safe to say that Dallas has the division wrapped up with their win last week. So,
I would think so.
I say this very rarely, but I go Dallas. I want them to pound the New York Giants into submission
Right.
for free medium soda.
Well, it
You shell
also
out
helps
10
us
grand,
out too.
shell out 10 grand,
Yeah.
and you get a free soda. What? That's embarrassing. Don't do anything.
There's got to be more. There's got to be more to
Don't do
that.
anything. I mean, A2D tweeted it, and our
Yeah.
guys are on our stuff. Like, we don't.
I'm sure
tweet
that
fake
they have
news.
gotten so bashed on that publicly that they're going to change that.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Oh, the parking.
Parking's
my God.
outrageous. Yeah, parking's outrageous. Down,
And now they don't even take cash anymore, so you're forced to
card,
swipe
yeah,
a card
yeah.
and pay some interest.
Right. When
I guess you
I
can
went
use your
down to
debit card.
Dallas game, $120 to park. $120 to park down in Dallas. It's nuts. Around, yeah, oh yeah, all the bars and everything, they all park. Yep. Yeah. And I say it all the time. Philadelphia, I've been to a lot of cities and a lot of stadiums and a lot of parks. Philadelphia is the best. We have all 4 teams
Right.
that play in a central location. There's plenty of parking for all of them. You can have 2 games going on at the same time and have no issues with parking.
Well, we have that Tuesday, don't we? Aren't the Flyers at home? I think the Flyers are at home Tuesday.
Oh, you might be right. Yes, they are.
I believe I saw that.
Yes, they are.
It could be a road game, but
Yeah.
the Flyers definitely have a game.
Yeah, and I got coming up for me personally. I'm just a little bragging here. Is one of my favorite times is when the Philadelphia Wings started. I don't know if anyone follows that or anything, but I have tickets to the Wings. So we have on January 8th and January 15th. We got 12:00 Wings game, 7:00 Flyers game. Let's go.
That was great.
Love it.
Like, I never did it personally. Like when the Phillies were really going in the playoffs.
Yes,
people would go to the game at 1.
Yep.
At the link
and pull 7,
and then go to 8:00
Flyers
playoff game and get something to eat. And we have Xfinity Live too.
Yes,
right there as well.
And you got the new casino there now too.
I haven't been there yet, but
beautiful. Yep.
Yeah, you went in there.
Beautiful,
nice.
Absolutely beautiful.
So that's like, it's just like everything because in Charlotte they had the Epicenter.
Yes,
and that's a lot of fun. That's basically
Xfinity
fun. Live.
Yep.
Their version of it, like that, it adds to the fan experience. And you said you're a season ticket holder of the Wings.
Yeah. We got 4 tickets. Me and my kids absolutely love it. Both my kids play lacrosse.
So do you think you're going to get more than a medium soda for your?
Already gotten it. I've already gotten it.
So
yeah.
The Philadelphia Wings, a professional lacrosse team, they give out a better package than the New York Football
They give
Giants.
you 50% off concessions. Whew. All right, 50% off concessions. We got a free beanie in the beginning of the year, and you get to go every week. Like there's a different theme. You go down the field, bang the boards one week, take pictures at the goal, things like that. They've always had a different theme every week with players. You get to meet and greet the players sometimes. Now,
so the whole season you get 50% off concessions.
50% off concessions, yeah, and 15% off merchandise.
Yeah, because you bring a small army to the game with all your little ones.
My gosh, yeah. Up. Yeah, I'm dropping at least a couple hundred every time I go there, and I love it. We love it.
Yeah.
Right. It's an affordable trip. Yeah, it's an affordable event that we get to go to.
So, and not that.
All right, bro.
Capitals Flyers in Philly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're going to the game Tuesday, leave extra time because that's going to be, even though there is a lot of parking and it's going to be a nightmare.
Parking will be a nightmare, but there is enough parking to make it work, and that's what I like about Philly.
Let's get to fantasy playoffs.
Fantasy playoffs.
We're going to do our parlay.
Are you in?
I made the playoffs in one of my 3 leagues.
All right.
And then all my guys have COVID,
Right.
so it's beat.
Well,
And I
I'm
played.
lucky enough that I have no COVID players.
So I got fortunate because Miles Gaskin can go.
Right.
He's off the COVID list. I should
Yes.
probably
Yeah.
look at this since it's my only team.
So in my one league, in the all-campus league that we did in the beginning of the year, I'm actually playing Tommy, our fearless leader here, and he is going to destroy me.
What, you got COVID problems?
No, he had some big games on Thursday.
Well, Herbert chilled on Thursday.
Well, he had Kelsey.
Okay.
What
an
who
idiot.
put up
Brandon Staley.
41.
Thank God.
41.
Brandon Staley, I don't know if you read the news, but he turned down coming in for an interview.
Oh, yeah.
And thank God he did, because if he pulled that nonsense, not once but twice,
right,
for my football team, the Philadelphia Eagles, he'd be hanging from the Wall Bridge.
He'd be run. Yeah.
What are you doing? Go up by 2 possessions.
Kick the field goals. Yeah. He threw away a lot of points in that game. He threw away a lot of points in that game.
What happened off the bat? Did they miss an extra point or something?
No. They missed 2 4th and goals at like the 2-yard line or something where they should have kicked field goals. Right. So they gave away 6 points there.
Okay, maybe you go for it once. But once that doesn't work, be like, all right, well, maybe I should kick it this time.
Take the points. Always take the points.
And one was late too, right?
One was right before half. Or right before half.
Then the fourth quarter is so feels like decades ago.
Right.
All that's happened, but it was only on Thursday, and I should remember, but I kind of don't. But didn't something happen in the fourth quarter?
To be honest with you, I fell asleep, so I didn't watch the end of the game.
Julio Figueroa, he's going to the game Tuesday.
There you go,
representing the Birds.
Yeah. How's that work for fans? Like, if you don't want to go to the game or you can't go to the game, are you just stuck? Are they going to reimburse you tickets? Are you selling them?
You just sell them.
All
Someone
right.
will buy them.
Yeah, I guess.
I wonder what my dad's doing.
It's a shame though. Like
I guess my dad will go.
Everyone would rather a Sunday 1:00 game. That's football day. A Tuesday, what is it? 8:00 now? Is it 7 o'clock? That's I gotta get up and work on.
And
Wednesday.
they didn't even do it right to make my conspiracy theory work.
What do you mean?
Because it's not a doubleheader. Both games start at 7 Eastern time.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
Really?
Unless
there's no way, because the one's played out west, right?
Yeah, it's 5 o'clock start. So I guess they just split the country in half, and East Coast people get the Eagles game, and West Coast people get the Rams game.
Are they going to go with CBS, Fox type of thing?
They're both on Fox.
Both on Fox. Wow.
I think.
All right.
Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure.
All right.
They didn't even do it where 7. Okay, so it's 7:30.
Okay.
My bad. But like if you're smart, do the Eagles game at 6.
Well, you could do a 7 and a 9.
Well, the key is to not have 2 games going on at
once. I hear you. 6 and 9 then.
Yeah, 6, 9.
6 and 9. Yeah.
Because now it's starting in Seattle at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. 4
That's early.
In the afternoon.
That's early out there. Yeah. That makes no sense to me. All right. Anyway, fantasy wise, I do have a couple hard decisions that I need to go over with you.
I'll try.
Here.
You think I'd be good at this stuff, John? Because all I do is talk about sports on ATD radio.
And all
I do is think about sports when I'm not on ATD radio, and all I do is watch sports when I'm not on ATD radio. But I stink.
So in my big lead, I came in 3rd place. I just missed the first 2 teams get a bye, so I just missed the bye by 1 game. So I got my flex position: Chuba Hubbard or Keenan Cole. Keenan Cole's probably going to be the guy for the Jets. All right, the other 2 wide receivers are out. He's probably going to be the number 1 guy. Chuba Hubbard against Buffalo scares me.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
Neither do I.
And Zach Wilson, he can really throw the football.
It's against Miami, who's a good defense. They got good corners.
They have. I wonder how many injuries and COVID protocol guys Miami has on the defensive side.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, because Waddle's
people out there, help me out. Help me out. Give me an answer.
Even though I stink, I'll try and help you out.
Yeah, give me an answer.
You can fade me up. say what I say, do the opposite. That's probably your best bet. Fade me.
That's my only decision this week. I've stayed
Is that
relatively
football game
healthy.
in Miami?
That's in that's in Miami. Yeah. Both
So it'll be
would be
warm.
away. Chuba's in Buffalo. Cole would be in Miami.
And like, are the Panthers done like with Cam Newton, or are they just going to start him?
I think Cam's the guy, right?
Are they just going to start him
I
and
think
pull him in the first? I feel like they pull him every week in the first quarter.
I think Cam's the guy. I don't know.
Nothing about that. The Bills, the Bills will be playing the Bills today too, minus whatever.
Oh, that's a big play. Yeah, I'm with that. I'm with that.
So like, I'd rather play the receiver. I think
that's usually the way I would lean.
And Hubbard can catch, and he looks like a decent enough player. But I mean, I think Carolina's walking into a buzzsaw today.
Right, and that's so. Is Chuba Hubbard going to get? He's not rushing for 100 yards, right? That's off the table.
He's going to be touched. Both guys are really touchdown reliant.
Cole might not be though. Cole could get 6 catches.
Full PPR.
Full PPR, yeah. He could get 6 receptions for 80 yards.
I don't like that matchup at all for Hubbard.
No, either do I.
Even though I like him as a player.
All right, so I'm leaning Cole. I'll make that decision.
You don't have anyone else?
That's it.
Dynasty 215. Oof. Who
yeah.
else you got?
I wish, buddy. I wish.
This.
I've changed it over to my. Go back to here.
Are you sure you don't have anybody else?
Look it up.
Are you sure?
I mean, I got T.J. Hawkinson. He's out.
You don't like Foreman, and
I can't. So it's a salary league too, right? So I have 0 money left in my free agent pool. I can't pick up anyone else. That's
you can bid $0.
No, you cannot.
That's a stupid league.
No, you cannot.
Change your rules for next year.
No, I like it.
I wouldn't do well because any auction, because all the leagues that I do the auction budget in,
right,
for the free agents, which is
that doesn't make any point to me. Then, like you got a budget, you need to make it work throughout the whole year. I like it.
Okay, that's who killed me, Darrell Williams. I thought he would have a good game. Got me 1 point.
So what's his name? Had a good week.
So
Hilaire.
Is Pollard active?
No, that's not I'm on the.
Okay.
On the far side.
Let me I mean, you're loaded except for that.
I'm loaded except for that. Right. I got a good team. Yeah.
What's Hawkinson inactive?
He just got surgery. He's done for the year.
Okay.
Yeah, he's out for the year with his thumb.
And Swift is hurt.
Right. Swift is out. I was hoping Swift would be back this week, but he's not.
You're not a Cole Kmet guy? I like Cole
Kmet.
I
mean, could be, but I already have Chicago's Mooney. I already have so. Am I really on 2 Chicago wide receivers?
That's another play. I think the Bears throw us a bone, and
I like the Bears this week. Yeah. What's up, guys?
What's up, everybody? How we doing? It's a nice USA hat. I like it.
There you go.
But yeah, I guess you go Cole.
I guess I go Cole, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 1 wideout.
That's
he's not a number 1 wideout, but
he is this week.
Today.
Yeah, he is this week.
Yeah, look, DJ Moore. The Bills are going to destroy They're going to destroy the Panthers.
I agree. And that's why I think Chuba's just not going to have a good game.
And then because obviously,
what do you got? You got anything?
Pretty self-explanatory. You know, I wish Darrell Williams did get it, but I like Darrell Williams.
I did have one other thing. Good.
I like Darrell Williams going into Thursday night, and I knew I was screwed when that
didn't happen.
Nick Burton or whoever he was had ripped off a 32-yard run. I'm
right.
This guy helps no one.
He got a touchdown too.
Yeah. 32-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
Like, at least if it's Clyde Edwards-Helaire, I can be like, okay, he's a first-round pick. He's a guy. And
not my fullback.
But, yeah, they give it to the fullback, and he scampers in. Vultures the touchdown from Clyde Edwards-Helaire people and Darrell Williams people like me.
Yeah.
And then he got stuffed, I think, twice on the goal line. So I'm like, yep, okay.
And there goes my week. Playoffs are over.
That stupid idiot Brandon Staley cost me.
Yeah.
Chargers +3.
All right, my other decision: Vikings defense against Chicago, or the Browns defense against Vegas.
I like the Browns.
You like the Browns?
Yeah, because I think that, look, it's just a cluster. You know what this week.
That's true.
So I think like
All right.
travel's different. I think that a road team like Vegas is going to have
That is
a
true.
hard time.
Yep.
And
They're coming to Cleveland. All right, I'm going Cleveland.
And you got Garrett, and the Browns are a good football team. I
All
just
right.
don't think they're going to be
And their
contenders
defense is real good.
until they ditch Baker, because he's just not. I don't think he's got what it takes.
All right, you want to do our big parlay?
Do our parlay.
Do our 12-teamer or whatever it's going to be this week. However many games there are.
I have 5, well 6 if you include the Bears on Monday, and then I'll let you do the rest.
Okay.
Because I stink at this too.
Yeah, we did horrible last week. We did horrible.
I mean, it's a shot in the dark, and if you lose one, remember I told everyone to bet the Raiders plus
that was
plus 9.5.
That was a bad
Play
bet.
of the day.
Play of the day.
Hammer the Raiders. Become an A2D member if you want real gambling advice.
Yes.
$9.99. You get Willie Vegas. You get the Money Pop podcast, Nate Moss, special giveaways, shout outs, the whole thing. It's only $9.99 a month. It's a steal. Yeah. So we're starting.
Let's go. We're going to 1:00 games today. We got the Cowboys going to New York. Cowboys minus 12.5.
You can pick that one. I hope the Cowboys run them out of the building. This is probably the first
in division game. I'm not giving 12.5. Never.
First time ever. I'm openly rooting for the Cowboys to win because that free that just do nothing.
Yeah, I'm with you, but let's just win by 12. Here's another big line. Arizona going to Detroit minus 13.
I work hard for my money, and I'm not risking it on the Detroit Lions.
All right, I'm with Arizona. All right, let's go. Carolina going to Buffalo.
Love them, Buffalo.
Minus 14.
Don't care.
All right, all over it.
Yeah.
There's some big lines this week. Jets going to Miami. Miami minus 10.5. Why does that feel high too?
I mean, Dolphins are probably the hottest team in the league.
Yeah, they could be. I mean, Tua
looks
good.
They were 1-7,
right?
And the Colts were doing bad, and the Eagles were doing bad, and the buzz here in Philadelphia was, wow, we're gonna have 3 top 5 picks.
Are we really going 10.5 though? 10.5?
The Jets are so bad.
I need Cole to have a big game.
Well, yeah, and that's the reason you play the receiver over the running back.
Because he should get a lot of targets.
Yeah, because it could get out of hand, and they're still going to throw the ball.
All right, we'll go Miami. We'll take the points. Tennessee going to Pittsburgh.
What's
Pittsburgh
the line now?
1.5. Pittsburgh giving 1.5.
Favorite?
Pittsburgh's favorite.
They were a dog yesterday, so something weird's going on.
And if we go to my theory, Tennessee is minus 115. Pittsburgh's only minus 105.
Greg Malakovic, he disagrees to the poll. We stink.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm color me worried about Tuesday night. Folks.
Greg, Mr. Optimist.
Mr. Optimism, Greg Malakovic. But I'm right there with him this week. Color me worried.
Yeah.
Because I see Joe Webb. If I was a Washington football team.
Well, apparently it's not Webb now. It's Sherman?
No, I was just kidding about it. I don't even know where Joe Webb's not in the league anymore. I don't know where he is, but
I don't even know who Sherman is.
Every dog.
Where did Sherman come from? Anyone?
I wonder if that's Pat Shermer's kid.
Oh, it is. I think it is.
Because he played at Prep, St. Joe Prep here in the Philadelphia area. Well,
is that who
Shermer
it is?
Was on I don't know.
Okay.
I know he has a son and he played quarterback at St. Joe Prep. I don't know where he played college ball.
Greg would know.
It is Pat's kid.
Yeah.
Where did he play college, Greg?
Yeah, Greg.
If Jalen Hurts starts, we lose. Minshew, we blow him out.
Stop it! Stop it! That's not true. All right, let's get back to our back. Yeah. We only got 10 minutes. Tennessee or Pittsburgh? Pittsburgh minus 1.5.
No, I like Pittsburgh. Look, this is Tomlin. Tomlin always has his guys ready.
Right. When it comes down to crunch time, he wins.
They beat the Ravens a couple weeks ago. And then, they play down to their competition. Like you tie the Lions.
Right.
So Tomlin's going to have him ready, and I really like the Steelers in this football
game. Here's your pick here. Houston going to Jacksonville.
Love them. Jaguars.
Minus
Let's
6.
go. Trevor Lawrence, big day. Let's go.
Put him in my daily. I need him to do my daily. Shoot. Atlanta going to San Fran.
I like Atlanta.
All right,
I do.
Atlanta. I got to do this fast because I got to get my daily.
That's a big line. What's the line?
8.5. I
Yeah,
like Atlanta plus 8.5.
Atlanta's bad, but they're not tragic. And
Um,
I think the Niners are going to be really riding. That big win for the
big win.
Niners last
Yeah,
week, so
yeah.
I think they come back down to earth a little bit. I'll take the 9.5.
Cincy going to Denver. Denver -3.
I think Joe Burrow and the
I like
Cincinnati
Cincy.
Bengals
Yeah.
find a way.
So
I
do
know it's a tough place to play, and Denver is a pretty good football team, right in the hunt there.
I'm
But
all over it.
I think Cincinnati finds a way.
Green Bay going to Baltimore. Green Bay -9.
I can't bet on the
I
Ravens with
can't without Lamar, right?
even if he plays. Like he's not going to be the same. He
No,
can't be.
yeah, I get Green Bay here. Saints going to Tampa. Tampa -11.5. I like the Saints.
Sure.
I like the
Division
Saints.
game
Yeah, I like the
in the
Saints.
Superdome.
No, going to Tampa.
I
Still,
think the Saints. They've beaten Brady and the Bucks 3 straight.
I think they could get a nonsense touchdown at the end to get it within 10.
Backdoor's wide
Yep,
open with a
yep.
big number like that. And like the Falcons, the Saints, I don't think they're a good team, but they're not tragic.
You know what? I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not taking the Monday night games. I'm not taking the Tuesday night.
No,
That gives us
no.
10. We're
Don't
done.
bet on those games,
Yeah,
folks.
yeah.
That's one piece of advice I'll stand by. Don't bet on these goofy COVID rescheduled games.
Yeah,
If you're a real degenerate and you have to, take unders.
right. All right, so we got the dollar bet in there this week. $617 it pays out for a 10-teamer. So we're in.
Go ahead. Let's get it. Let's get it. It's absolutely true. Yeah. I mean,
What's
I don't
that?
know. I think I don't know. Why do I see just like a disaster? I just see Joe Webb. I see Joe Webb and the Minnesota Vikings, probably because that was a Super Bowl team.
I just think we're going to come out flat, right? We're not going to come out flat. I think we're going to get smacked in the mouth, and I hope the second half we're not too far out that we could turn it around.
If this football team comes out flat,
we're coming out flat.
Which I think you're right.
Yeah,
they are.
I think
I am
come
going to destroy Nick Sirianni on social media. Destroy.
Well,
Nick Sirianni.
if we could turn it around in the second half and squeeze a
W
out
of
it,
they lose.
Right.
You win to win. I don't care. If you win, fine.
Look. So none of these guys are eligible in dailies.
So
they're all out
Tuesday,
now.
The Tuesday games, they're not
Wow.
doing that.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's the same for everyone. So like, I don't really get bent out of shape about stuff like that.
I get it. Just makes it a lot harder to put a team together when you lose all these players.
Should be easier now.
Well, easier in terms of there's going to be a whole bunch of ties.
$1. I'm going to put a daily lineup together. Daily. Give me Trevor Lawrence at quarterback. Sunshine coming out.
I'm with
party.
you. I'm with you.
5,100.
I'm with you.
Houston stinks.
I always pair him with someone. So who you pairing them with? What receiver are you going with?
Who do they have? Hasn't.
Well, I mean, Chenault. All right, I guess that's.
Laviska Shenault.
Is Jones in?
I love his talent. Marvin Jones Jr. That's a.
Yeah.
Sure. Only 4,600. We'll pair him up there.
Okay. All right.
You know what? They don't have a tight end. And
no.
You know what? Let's complete the trio.
I'm going to go Chenault.
Laviska Shenault, I'm a big fan of like his talent. I think he's a good player.
So yeah.
But like he gets peppered with targets and he never gets any fantasy points. I never seen anything like it. Guy got like 8 targets, 2 catches, 11 yards. Like what? Come on, bro. I'm going to complete the triumvirate here.
Who are you doing?
And I'm going to pick James Robinson as one of my running backs.
So you're taking 3?
I'm in.
You're taking 3.
Baby.
You're all over.
I'm in. I'm all.
No one has ever won doing that.
Got to start somewhere.
There you go.
Got to start somewhere. Let's get a big time back in here.
You always go heavy on everyone.
Yeah, I think that's my DFS strategy. If I had to like publish a book about my DFS strategy, and it works for everything. I get as many big names as I can.
All right.
And then I got to find that guy on the bench. Like NBA, it's easy. You just find a bench guy that's going to play 20, 25 minutes.
Right.
And
a guy who's out who now is starting. Yeah.
Yeah, or you can play the protocol. So like NBA, like if Jokic has a game, like Jokic's in my lineup.
Right.
If Giannis has a game, he's in my lineup. Now you can't afford both of them usually, but I try.
Taking St. Brown for Detroit.
Amon, best name in the NFL.
Yes.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Going to go with him. Going to ride with him.
I'm riding with Cordell Patterson as well.
Whoa. Yeah,
I'm going for it. Well, like
I'm staying away from him for some
I
odd
look at the
reason.
backs. I mean, Najee Harris. Could I go Najee Harris? I don't like Zeke because something's up with Zeke.
Yeah,
Denver's got a pretty good run defense for Joe Mixon. Derrick Henry's on IR. Aaron Jones has been feel like a disappointment.
true.
Barkley's banged up. Oh, well, we'll get James Conner in there. We'll go James Conner, and we'll flex out. We'll flex out Patterson, going against my strategy of using my flex for get a cheap defense in there.
You always go cheap defense. I went number 1. I took Arizona.
Miami,
And if
can't
anyone
use
has any
Philly.
input on the Cole or what was my choice? Cole and who was my running back? Chuba Hubbard. Give me some input.
I think you made the right choice.
I haven't gotten any input on that yet.
Quez Watkins taken off the COVID list. We need Houston to win and Dolphins to lose to
Nice.
help our draft picks.
There you go. That's a good way of going into the week looking at it.
What does Houston have to do with our draft?
Don't they play Miami? No. Yeah.
I don't understand what Houston has to do with it, but yeah, go Jets. Sure. There's the Colts.
Yeah, I don't understand. I think he's talking about the Jets. Yeah, because of Miami.
I'm gonna skimp a little bit.
You always skimping.
No, I mean I like your idea with the Arizona defense, but I'm gonna go a little bit down the list here and take the Bills for 3,100.
Okay.
So now I got to get my receivers and my tight end. I mean, Kittle's just been on fire.
Yes, he has.
Such a good football player.
Yeah.
If I could pick one guy to be on the Eagles,
right,
I think I might pick him. Like if I just pluck somebody, like no salary cap restrict, no anything,
he'd be the one. He's a stud.
I know you have Goddard, so there's probably like a more logical.
Well, all the guys I'm looking at right now are all.
So now I got 5,500. I need a dumpster receiver. I need a dumps. How much is Amon-Ra St. Brown? Now I need cheaper
52.
than that. Well, let's go with your boy Cole. Let me get your boy Cole in there.
There you go. Cole. He's gonna have a week.
I'll be in there with you.
My team
What's
is
his
in.
name? Keelan Cole.
Keenan? Yeah.
All right. Keelan Cole, 3,500. Perfect.
You got 2 minutes.
I'll take my man Jamar Chase. Submit.
So going into wrap it all up with the Eagles.
I love that. I use my crowns.
There you
go.
Have
to spend any money.
No money.
No money.
There you go. Chance to win it for free. Eagles. You have them winning? I know you're nervous.
Yeah. 5-3 Eagles.
5-3. Ugly game.
Yep. Safety, weird
Stop
stuff.
It. What do you got?
No, it's not going to be 5-3, but it's 20-17.
Eagles?
Reluctantly picking the Eagles.
I'm kind of going to be on the same boat.
I can't sit here and pick the Washington football team.
Yeah, I'm going to be on the same boat. I'm going to be a little bit under that, though. I'm thinking 18-13. I think it is going to be an ugly game. I think it's going to be a field goal game.
I mean, I like that.
18-13.
We have a good kicker.
We have a good kicker. Yeah.
He frustrated me in years past, but
don't be inside the 25-yard line. Anything outside, I feel comfortable.
I would rather see him kick a 55-yarder
than a 25. 100%.
What's the weather going to be like Tuesday?
Who knows?
Because if it's bad weather, that would favor the Eagles, I would think, right?
I would think so with the running game and everything.
Shermer and the running, Shermer playing in bad weather.
Yeah, I'm all for that.
Would be bad.
I'd be okay with that. I just think we're going to come out a little flat in second half. I think we're going to, shut them down defensively and escape with a win.
Quez is off the COVID list. You're crazy. We're going to embarrass Washington. I hope so.
I hope so.
I'll
be cheering along.
All I want is to just get done my route on Tuesday.
I was just about to say, changing to Tuesday, is that going to change your routine? Is that going to, because usually Sunday we go back to my house, we get pizza, we watch the game, but is now something changing here?
No, I'm going to have to pray that I get home in time for kick.
Right.
If not, I'll DVR it and buzz through the commercials and probably eventually.
So you stay off social media for a little bit until you catch up?
I can.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll try. It always gets ruined in the
Always
social
gets
media,
ruined.
in the social media world. But yeah, I mean, no, it's just scramble mode. Get
Right.
home, get
Right.
home.
I think it's going to be for most people
And it's
now.
Christmas.
That
It's
changes
Christmas,
it.
man. Like
Christmas
I'm
week.
not making. I'm not making the start of the
Yeah.
game.
Not happening.
Nope.
It is what it is. Well, let's try not to ruin it for you this week.
As long as Joe Webb isn't playing, we're good.
I think
I think we're
we're
gonna have a
good.
new Joe Webb in the Turner, Kevin Shermer or whatever his name is. He's the new Joe Webb.
Pat Jr.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous, folks.
I'm okay.
Anyway, that'll do it for us in the rant booth. We'll be back at it. I'll be at the Giant. I assume that the Giants game is still going to
It'll be a Sunday
So
one.
I'm going to be in attendance at the link. Brad Ryer, our resident New York Giants fan, is going to be here next
Can't
week.
wait.
Filling in
Can't
for
wait.
me.
And I have to wear.
You have to wear
the Giants.
You made a bet.
Jersey.
And, this is why I can't even stomach that.
So
blue.
please don't rip me too much next week.
Maybe Brad will bring you a free medium soda.
There you go. That'll make it all better. That'll make it all better.
Pepsi. You couldn't even get Coke for the
Oh, jeez.
Pepsi stinks.
All right, boys.
Thank you for everyone who liked, subscribed, shared our show. Thank you to everyone who commented on the show. Thank you to our great sponsor down here on the Boardwalk, All Campus, and Johnny Coyle. Thank you to Ralphie Delavecchio for producing this fine program. Until next week, Brad will be in from me. I'll be at the Giants game. Peace out, everybody.
Go with Bird.